Hello, it's a while since I've been on camera or had an in-car rant, and when I got my Skoda Fabria, people were asking me to do a rant, so here I'm doing one. I don't normally get negativity on my channel, which is great. Absolutely, really appreciate that. But the odd time, you will get somebody that doesn't approve of what you're doing. And when it comes to the paranormal, very often it's people that are extremely religious. I'm talking about extremely religious. And recently I got comments on a video I done around an abandoned mental health hospital, and they said it's a pity it wasn't still running, that you could sign yourself in. And then there was another comment from the same person saying, you know, that I really need my head examined doing this demonic stuff, and I need to find Jesus. You know, the person's name was Archie Barchie. Probably a troll account, but either way, they're blocked anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. But the thing is, and this is the problem I have with organised religion. Do you know, very often some of these people, they take the Bible literally, and they manipulate the Bible to suit their organisation or church or belief system. Do you know? But to insult me like that, that person isn't very Christian. Do you know? These comments, they don't hurt me. Do you know, I'm used to it. Some people, they have issues. That wasn't lights. There we are. I'm still getting used to this car. You know, some people, they throw their beliefs at you, expecting you to toe the line. And if you don't believe in what they believe, then you're a bad person. Do you know? And this is the problem sometimes with organised religion. Do you know, they pretend, oh, everybody's welcome to God's house. That's what they say. And when you get in the door, they try to change you to their way of thinking and start picking holes in your life. And that's why I don't go to organised church anymore. Believe me, I've been at a number of different churches. You know, I've been at a number of different Christian organisations, different denominations. I've seen it all, you know. I've experienced it all. And they all seem to have the same thing in common. Everybody's welcome in God's house. And then when you get in the door, some of these people, they think they're better than you. You know, you need to give your life to Christ. That's what this person actually said too. I need to give my life to Christ. Well, I'm not going to disclose my personal, but they took it upon themselves to tell me because I've lost my way because I do paranormal stuff. See, this is the thing about these TV shows. Yes, the TV shows brought the paranormal to the masses, but they portray the paranormal in a negative way, which is not my experience of the paranormal. Is 98% positive. It's not like it's portrayed on the TV, but these people have fallen for that too. That's why you need to, when it comes to the paranormal, when it comes to a lot of things. See, YouTube, we got these flat earthers, right? And no matter how many experiments that are being put in under their nose, they just say, oh, that's fake. They can't prove that it's fake, but they'll say it's fake. Because they're so caught up in believing that no matter what evidence you put in front of them, they won't budge from that. And that is sometimes true with the organised religion. But RG Bargy, you are barred from my channel for being a dickhead. And not very Christian of you, what you said to me in your comment. You probably said it out of anger, but still and all, how dare you preach to me? You don't know anything about me, Oh, when I was coming into town today, well, I go the long way around town. I cross the border and I come in a different road. There was a protest just across the border in relation to Cassidy's building contractors, and I might do a video on that and show you the extent of what is going on there at the moment. You may remember myself and Rachel went out one day and we just filmed stuff, and we filmed a whole housing estate that was brand new, that was never sort of finished, and it was cracking and falling apart. That's what it's all about. And it's not only in that particular area, but all over the county of Donegal. It is something to do with some chemical in the concrete blocks, and the concrete blocks crumble like usibg. I've seen videos where a man basically crumbled up a concrete block in his bare hands. The problem is, a lot of these people have bought houses, very expensive houses, and they cracked and fell apart. And people are protesting and wanting something to be done about it. Meanwhile, this company, Cassidy Brothers, are still in business. And there's so many people that have suffered at the hands of this company that somebody needs to go to jail, really. And I'm not 100% sure if any of these people have had help so far. You know, the videos and the updates that I was getting, a lot of these people are out a lot of money and have no house because the house is not livable in. That is really, really serious. There is some videos on YouTube. There is a group on Facebook. Just search Cassidy Brothers. You know. Right. What about the channel itself? Going to investigating and stuff like that. Well, I just picked up this car because my other car was very unsafe. I didn't go very far in it for the last while, and everything seems to be going okay. I put it into an MOT to see how things are 2 days after I bought the car, and I done nothing to it. And I have to get 2 tires because they're perished. I have to get a spring at the front left because it had broken at the top. And I have to change my brake lines at the front. But everything else is fine. So, you know, I wasn't prepared for the MOT, but I was looking around the car and I was saying, I don't know what I need to do here. You know? So the reason why we went for an MOT so quickly was there was word that there was a massive waiting list for MOTs because of 2020, which was complete and utter shit. So there was backlogs and stuff. But when I booked online, well, Rachel had done the booking online, we got an MOT slot the very next day, and I was going, oh fucking hell, you know what I mean? But thankfully, you know, those things are, yes, they need to be done, but they're not. You know, there's no holes or anything like this. But this car is flipping spotless. It's one of the cleanest cars I've ever purchased. In fact, this car looks like it's flipping new. But I'm going to get that work done, and I'm going to get a little bit of extra work done. I'm going to actually put all fresh new shocks on. So that'll keep me going for a while. But yeah, looking forward to getting out. The stumbling block is my health isn't 100%. I've got chronic pain in my legs and hips and stuff, and walking is just not, walking very far is just not on the cards. You know, I took this car to the abandoned mental hospital in Derry. There's some abandoned buildings around there. Now, I didn't get around to filming it because I was actually polishing and cleaning my car. And the reason why I do that and instead of outside the house is my neighbourhood, they're just people who won't leave you alone. And when I go out to a spot like that, I get peace and quiet, you know. 10 p.m. I'm pulling into Eurospar. I'm taking the long way back to get myself acquainted with this car, but there is a picnic bench here because I want to have a cigarette as well. Smoking in my car, my last car, my car smelled disgusting, so I'm not going to smoke in the car. So I'll be back in a second when I have my smoke. Actually, I'm going to turn around and show you where I am. Shit. in night vision you're not going to see the car very well, but I'll show it to you during the day. But we're at Eurospar in Newtown Cunningham, you know. I'll be back in a second because I'm going to have a smoke, but I'll talk to you in the car again. I don't know if the camera's pointing in the right direction. I'm just hoping it is. I'm using my body camera on the phone, the phone bracket in the car that sticks to the window, and the night vision in this is better than my camcorders. In fact, we have gone on paranormal investigations with nothing but these two of these body cameras. They're absolutely class night vision and absolutely brilliant for jobs like this when you're in the car. What have I been watching lately? I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately, and none of it's paranormal. Watching Garage 54, which is a Russian car channel, which English subtitles, and they do really daft things with car. I don't know what that beep is. There's some Nokia hands-free phone thing there that I haven't figured out what it does. It's a sort of an aftermarket install, some Nokia product. But apart from that, it's just a standard stock Skoda Fabia. I am going to do some badge engineering though. I did get VRS badges for it, just to look a little bit sporty. But I've been watching Garage 54, Mighty Car Mods, been catching up on some Hubnut, and lately I have gone into looking at these people that debunk flat earthers. I went into binge watching them a couple of weeks ago, and I've stopped it now, and since I bought the car I've been looking at car content. Have I looked at any paranormal stuff? Absolutely not. I think a lot of what you see on YouTube is pure and utter bullshit. Now, not to say that, you know, some of these people that go out, they go out and they make an effort, like what we do. Well, we used to do. But the reason why the channel is called Life Afterlife Productions is afterlife is the paranormal bit and life is everyday life. Now, I'm not going to go doing blogs or anything, but I am going to do more of what I used to do, and that is show you places that we go to around the Donegal coast and maybe further afield. Hopefully, we had planned to travel further afield in 2020, and that didn't happen because of what happened worldwide. But I like to go to places too, and you know, not just do paranormal stuff, and hopefully we can get back into that as well. We are going to be going back to doing the paranormal, and we're going to go back to the island where we left off almost 2 years ago, and that investigation was strange to say the least. Thing is, you go there for an hour or two or a couple of hours in one night and you get some strange evidence. If you leave it at that, you're not an investigator. So we have to go back, you know. A long time ago, since we went to the Fort Dunree, would like to get to the places where I haven't been yet. Fort Dunree is on top of a mountain, a kind of a hill, problem with me is I've got mobility issues and I don't get to see. I haven't. We've done 7 episodes and done reports. I've only seen half of the buildings that are there. A very, very amazing place. It's just sad that our favourite building was burnt by vandals, you know, and you know, we got great evidence. We were hoping that we would continue doing experiments there, because we were getting stuff. You know, it's like going fishing. You know, if you get a good lake that you catch fish, you know, you're gonna get fish. So why not go there again? You know, and keep going there. If you're getting good results, why just go there once? You know. But we are looking for new places as well. Not strictly abandoned as such, because we proved before lockdown that we can go to a place like a beach or forest and still get stuff, you know. But that is more sort of suited to the summertime, when you're not, you know, you don't have the winds and the weather. You see, when you're filming outside, weather is a factor. But hopefully we have a couple of months where we can get some of those investigations done. It's just, I get up in the morning and it takes me a couple of hours to get rid of the pain, the body pain that I have. It's frustrating. My mind wants to do things and my body just says no. You know? And because of that, I went into ITC for, you know, and I was doing ITC sessions every day for almost a year. And it's the first time in a long time where I haven't done a session in about 2 weeks, you know, because I'm sort of burnt out, you know, doing the same thing. Yes, going to do sessions, but rather than just doing them in the house and on the camera just on the spirit box every single morning like a routine while I'm having a cup of morning coffee, it just wasn't enough for me. And what I did order to stay in this car is 2 deck chairs and a folding table, so I can drive anywhere, take out my little chair and a table, and I can do a session anywhere I want. You know, weather dependent, of course, but I just noticed when I put this car through an MOT, there was no waiting area. You had to wait outside, and you know, the seat, there was a picnic seat, but there was people sitting on it, so there was nowhere to sit. And I couldn't sit on the ground because I just couldn't get comfortable. I had to be sitting in a kind of seat. And I seen a man in the other lane beside me. The MOT man came out and took the keys of his car to take it in for an MOT, and the driver of the car took his folding camping chair out of the back of his car and sat in his seat. And so I thought, that's a fucking good idea. But health, physical health was a struggle. Mental health was a real struggle as well. Not as bad as some, but when you're in a situation where, you know, people weren't able to go anywhere, of course it does affect you mentally. But I went into a little bit of a rut, I have to say, which I'm breaking out of now, thank God. But I'm really happy that I've got back on the road. Technically, I was only off the road for about a week, but I had to buy this car really quickly, otherwise I wouldn't have had anything. But I've been very lucky with this car, actually. And actually, there's bicycles that cost more than this car. With this car, it's poverty spec. There's nothing fancy about this car at all, but everything works. And inside, it looks like a new car. What happened was, the car was spotless when I got it, but Rachel hired a carpet cleaner to clean her house, and I took advantage of that too, because there was time, and I valeted this car as well, even though it didn't need to be cleaned. It was clean already. So it's doubly clean, and then it's got 3 coats of turtle wax. It looks like a Rolls Royce outside. There's one scrape along one side of the car where the back panel is kind of dented as well, and that pisses me off. But the last person that owned this car treated it, and I just discovered today in a little cubby hole down the side of my steering wheel here, there was a little box and a little colour match tin in the box, and I think some lacquer. So when you see a little tin of spray touch-up paint, you know somebody's looking after it. This car has been looked after. You get stone chips on the bonnet and that. There's no bare metal. There's a good few small, tiny stone chips on the bonnet, and they're all touched up with a little brush. So it's been looked after. But hopefully, at some stage, I will get that back panel repaired, because if that's done, the car looks perfect, But yeah, things are looking up. So, and there's loads of places around the coastline that you have, that I have seen and that I haven't seen, that I'm looking forward to filming as well, So if I'm not in the mood to do paranormal investigation, drag loads of equipment, I can still bring you out and show you what the northwest of Ireland looks like, because it really is quite spectacular in places. We have places like the Giant's Causeway and stuff. We haven't filmed that yet. I hope to do it at some stage, so looking forward to doing things like that, and going a little bit out of my comfort zone as well, going a little bit further afield maybe, and I just hope that I can manage the pain, because it's holding me back. It's frustrating. My mind is all there now. I want to do it. My body very often says no. But if there's places easy accessible and not too far away from the car, we hopefully can manage it. Please, come on. Sometime today. There's a big speed bump. There we go. But I'm getting messages of people talking to me about people falling out with people in the paranormal YouTube community and stuff like that. I don't want to know. I used to take a little peep, and I'm just not interested anymore. It's not my thing. I've enough to deal with without having to stress myself out more with that kind of situations. It's not my situations anyway. So the last couple of car rants I had in the Renault convertible, people were saying that it was very noisy in the cabin, and that was because the engine was kind of struggling. The thermostat got stuck as well, and after about a minute of driving, the fan would come on and add more noise. So there's something major going on there, but hopefully this was kind of quiet, you know. There's no place to put, there's no connection that I can put a microphone, because it's the body camera. There's no connections. You just sort of record from it. The audio isn't 100% with it, but Jesus, the night vision is unbelievable. There's 3 little red night vision bulbs on the front of it, and they do a tremendous job. You know, to get the same performance from my camcorders, I had to put them on a rig and put more lights on it and all the rest of it, and it adds to weight and that. These things they're not professional, you know, not something you would use professionally to do videos in, but they are very, very handy, and very, very handy at night time when you're doing a video like this, where you're talking in the car, you know. But it's what time is it? 11:15 now. I'm going to finish it for tonight, and hopefully in the very, very, very near future, hopefully early in the week, myself and Rachel will be back doing something, because we have been talking about it for the last week, and with different things going on, we just haven't got around to it yet, but we will, you know, provided I don't spend too long doing more polishing to the car. I find that is, I don't feel less guilty, because I'm actually exercising, you know, I'm actually doing something, because I spent too long on the couch looking at other people's content, and that's not going to do well if you got something like fibromyalgia. You sort of still have to sort of exercise in order to release the pain, but very often it makes it worse. But yeah, during the day, hopefully I'll show you the polishing job I done on the car, and the interior. That should brighten things up, because it's not an LED bulb. It's a trick for night vision. If you want to increase your visuals on night vision, do you know you have the light boxes you got, you know, where you know, external lights and stuff. I have old camcorders up in the house, and I bought these lights, and they're for that specific camera, and they're tungsten bulbs. The tungsten bulbs will help with night vision light, but LEDs don't for some reason. There's a kind of a weird light off of LEDs, you know. I'm blabbering now, am I? I'm just just blabbering for the sake of it. But during the day, I'll show you a better. I did do a video or a review video. Car videos do very well on YouTube. I don't know how well my last one did, but it was just a quick walk around. But I will do another walk around and show you the polish I used and what I did to the interior. Not that it's going to look any much different because it was spotless from the start. And do a video. The last video was kind of a walkthrough. The review video I done on the Megane done very, very well because I showed the whole car, the mechanism of the roof coming down, and then I went for a drive and told you what I think. I've had enough miles put into this now to be able to tell you what I think. So I might do that in another video. But I'm sick of being in the house, which is a good thing. And it's a good thing for you because we want to get out and see places and that. We're going to bring cameras with us. Christmas time is going to be a special time because I'm actually not going to be at home. I'm going to be at the beach. And it is going to be really, really good. It's going to be different. It's going to be a holiday because I didn't have a summer holiday this year or last year. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And, of course, I will be bringing my camera. This place is amazing where I'm staying. Just the views are unbelievable. And it's not far from Dunree Fort, which means I could get a scotch over to Dunree Fort. Weather permitting, of course, it is going to be December and stuff. But hopefully we'll be in Dunree Fort before December and that, you know. But I'm going to leave it for now, folks. Thanks for watching. And, you know, thanks for the requests for people that asked me to do an in-car rant where I talk pure and utter rubbish for a half an hour or so. Massive appreciation. Have had a couple of requests to show people how to hack a Roberts or 9921 radio because I couldn't explain it in a comment, so I have to sort of video it. I'll do that as soon as I possibly can. It's not a hard job. You can hack it in a couple of minutes. And the reason why I learned it is because I bought a radio originally that was already hacked. And because you can get the radios for about £20 unhacked or sometimes hacked, you know, sometimes people hack them and they put up the price and that. But those Roberts 9921s are still available, listed around £20. The other Roberts, the prices are rising, so I'm expecting the prices to rise on the 9921s too, because they are old radios. But hopefully, you know, if you're interested, hopefully you can pick them up for about £20 on eBay and that. And I will do a video on how to hack it. It's just cutting one wire on a wire strap. There's a white wire strap connecting two circuit boards, and you cut the end wire, but I have to show you which end. But yeah, so I'll do a quick video on that just to show people, because actually I thought I would get away with not doing a video and just showing a link to another video, but nobody seemed to have done one, so I might do one, you know, just to show people, because I've had a number of people ask me how to hack the 9921, and it's a cheap way to get into spare boxes. A lot of people do tell me, they ask me what cheap spurt box can I use. I can't afford a PSP7. I completely understand. But the 9921 will sort of get you started, you know. And yeah, so I'll do a video as soon as possible on that. But I'm going to go now, folks. I'm going to go and have a nice cup of tea and sit down and watch a few more car videos. And I'll see you very soon. So, bye-bye.